One of the craziest tour stories I remember in Louisiana, I think it was in Baton Rouge, we got into it with the show promoter in the back room, and his people went and got security. And it was about 8 of us, you know what I'm saying? You know, we traveled kind of light back then. It wasn't a lot of us. This might have been about 96. And, you know, one of those 8 was Pimp C's mom, so it really was just 7 of us as far as fighting was concerned. And security came in the room, and it was 10 dudes, and they were all at least 3rd-degree black belts. The head of security was a 5th-degree black belt. I can almost say for certain that we might have got a couple of them, but we probably would have took a L that night. But it was only because of the fact that, you know, black belt karate people are disciplined and they don't start fights, and we wasn't finna just start a fight with 10 black belts. So, you know, ended up being a lot of screaming and yelling, and then everybody just kind of separating and backing themselves up out the room respectively, because they didn't know if we had guns, and we weren't sure we was gonna be able to get to the guns quick enough. So that's definitely one of the craziest stories I've ever had on the road. Pimp C's mom was right next to me, right there in that room. Yeah, and the room was probably, I don't know, 10 feet by 12 feet, like just big enough to hold 20 people very uncomfortably. If I had to guess, it would have been the sound. That was always a fight ready to happen. If the sound wasn't right at the club, we was gonna have some problems. Second memorable tour story happened in Dallas, Texas, about 1999, maybe year 2000. We had a show. We were about 5 blocks away from the venue. My man Bobo called me and said, yo, there's a guy around here with a gun and a piece of paper looking for y'all. And we were like, what do you mean a gun and a piece of paper? Like, that's real random. So he got a little closer to the dude. He's like, oh man, it's a constable. He trying to serve y'all. And by this time, we had pulled in the parking lot. We were like, maybe we can, you know, get some of the show done and try to keep him out of the building. So while we were going in the back door, he came in the front door. So they let us know, yo, he's in the building. He's in the building. It was our old manager trying to serve us for a lawsuit. So we ended up jumping in the car. He come running out the back door. We burned off. He ran back to his car. We got to our hotel, parked in the back, ran upstairs, got all our stuff, jumped back down in the car. By the time we got back in the van, he was jumping out of his car, going upstairs, trying to find us. We, you know, he basically had to get out of his district, you know what I'm saying, by the skin of our teeth. We got away just about, probably about 30 seconds. We beat him out the parking lot, jumped on the interstate, and scratched off, drove all the way back to Houston that night. They ended up not catching me again until I ended up getting served for that same lawsuit about 5 years later, 6 years later, speaking at a Boys and Girls Club. I was like, how rude. Now that day they came in constable uniform because it was posted on my MySpace page and everything. By this time, the cat had, you know, been looking at my schedule and was trying to catch me on the road at all my shows and appearances, and that was the one he caught me at.